Hey, this is Victor Ortiz. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about different breathing exercises. You can either do at home in your own privacy, in the workplace. One of them you can do while driving, but these breathing exercises are for you to help combat your everyday mental and physical stress on your journey of healing and just being able to live life and be fully productive and absorbed in the present. Now, the reason why this is important is, in our life, when the triggers come up and the panic attacks that we have happen, we'll be able to combat it with these different breathing exercises we're going to go over. So the first one is called the 4-7-8 method. Now, this one was kind of introduced to the mass public by a doctor of the name of Weil. And I'm going to link one of the videos he has in the description below. But this one is called the 4-7-8. So how this works is it actually acts as a natural tranquilizer to our nervous system. So what this is going to be able to help us do is to reduce the tension and the stress we feel at the very moment, utilizing our nervous system. So we're going to do, I'm out here in the field, got ready, I'm sitting down in this video. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to inhale for 4 seconds, right? And we're going to have our tongue, the tip of our tongue, at the roof of our mouth, right behind our teeth. And you're just going to inhale deeply for 4 seconds into the abdomen, into the belly, up through the chest. Hold that, breathe in for 4 seconds, hold that for 7 seconds. And then we're going to exhale just one long for about 8 seconds. And you're going to purse your lips and just let the air flow for about 8 seconds. And it's recommended that you do this for 4 times in a row. And you might be able to do this 2 times a day if it may need be, or more depending on, what your situation and what your life requires and what you would like to do with it. So we're going to go ahead and just do it 1 time just to show you how it works before we get into the second one. So we're going to first start with blow all the air out. Now I'm going to do it 1 more time just to show you again. We're going to breathe in for 4 again, hold for 7, exhale for 8. Okay, so that was the first one, and that was the 4-7-8 method. Now we're going to go into the Wim Hof based one. This is one that I learned in a breath workshop. I was first introduced to it maybe about 2 years ago or some change, and I remember the first time I tried it. So how it works is it's a series of about 30 to 4 deep inhales and bursts of breaths where it's like you're inhaling, but for the exhale, you're not really pushing the air out for a long time like with the first one. It's more just letting it release on its own, and you're just focusing on the inhale. Naturally, you're just going to, exhale. So you do that for about 30 to 40 times, and the first time I did it for multiple times in a row. And I remember just after the first time I did it, I felt completely zen. I just felt really electrified. I felt good. I was just walking around. It was funny. And the cool thing about it too, with this one, you'll notice when you practice this, at the end, you're supposed to release all the air out and just hold until you have to breathe again. But what you'll notice is, you'll be able to hold your breath for very long. I remember, recently, a couple weeks ago in the breath workshop, I held my breath for like over 2 minutes and some change. So we're gonna go into it real quick. I'm not gonna do the full 30 to 40, but I will link the video below. But this is how it goes. Okay, so you do that for about 30 to 40 times, and that's gonna be one of the rounds. But practice this over time, and what you'll notice that with the Wim Hof based one, what it actually does is we induce a voluntary stress response, within us, which causes us to actually over time become more resilient to, future stress and future panic attacks and triggers. So the more that we practice this over time, we'll be able to actually deal with the everyday, problems of life more effectively. So try this over time and see how it works for you. And I'll see you in the next video.